We'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You say we beat it?
That's what I'm about to say when I open up the meeting. That's exactly what I was going to say. September 20th, 2023. I want to welcome everyone. It's 10 o'clock. Two of the three commissioners are here. Sean Sikora is not here. And before we move on, I can say we beat Pitt. So now we can move on to consents and approvals.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We have 10 exonerations for $4,934.97. One letter of correction for $764.05, 55 reverse exonerations for $55,175.12, and 26 requests to create new statements, $43,746.04. Minutes for September 13th, 2023. Vouchers, General County Fund, $196, $184.78. 911, $18,108.60. Chestnut Ridge Park, $2,754.57. Camp Muffley, $1,930.62. Mason-Dixon Park, $1,371.76. Recreation Levy, $85,955.81. Assessor's Valuation, $25.87. ARPA, $18,750. Purchasing Card Vouchers, General County, $12,727.61. Magistrate Court, $17.46. Chestnut Ridge Park, $76.48. Camp Muffley, $652.96. Mason-Dixon Park, $241.43. Mon County Center, $139.10. ARPA, $4,320 for a voucher total of $343,257.05. You have budget revisions for the general fund that require state approval for contingencies, law enforcement, and jail non-reimbursable. Position vacancies for boards and authorities are listed on the county website, and fiduciary orders for September 20th, 2023.
Move to approve the consent and approval as presented.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
You also have a hearing on administrative closure of estates, and I believe in the yellow folder there's a list of 44 estates that are
Set to be closed.
yeah.
This one.
No, the yellow folder.
It's the smaller.
Oh.
It's attached to that.
Oh, administrative. Okay.
Somebody get this a perusal, sorry.
Yeah.
There were a couple that people had asked about. I just want to make sure they went.
Would there be anybody here who would object now?
I don't know. You'll have to ask.
Oh, okay, we'll open it up. That's what I want to find out. Yeah, that's what's wrong.
I'm sure I can.
Okay, we'll have a motion.
Move to open the public hearing on the administrative closure of the estates.
Okay, second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Is there anyone here to question any of these closures?
Should we read the?
Do we need to read all-
We don't typically do that.
Okay, if there's no one here.
Yeah.
Oh, if you could come forward.
It's an open
state your-
hearing. You're welcome to come through,
Yeah,
Mr.
so we can take a look at, state your name, your address, and
You go to the
Go
to the
podium,
mic.
Mr. Buzzo, and you just,
thanks, then we can look at it. Okay,
Tim Buzzo,
your address too, that's generally how we,
yeah.
122 Strawberry Lane.
okay. And
Okay.
I assume you're here for Shirley J. Buzzo?
Right.
Okay, and what's your reasoning for objecting to the closure of the estate?
Well, we're having some problems, and I don't know if I need to close it or not close it. We're in a lawsuit with the town of Granville and stuff, so
Okay,
I didn't want you guys to close it. Then they say, well, you didn't have a problem, you didn't come to county commission or whatever, I don't know whether
is this estate with the clerk downstairs or with the fiduciary commissioner? When you deal with your estate pleadings, are you dealing directly downstairs, or are you dealing with Ryan Amina or George Armstead or one of the fiduciary commissioners?
Said it was with Granville.
No, he's
that's
a suit with Granville.
Suit, okay.
I never heard of them people, no.
Okay.
I just,
Generally, the way to keep an estate open, even in a stalled action like that, is to file periodic accountings with the clerk. That lets them know that there's still action going on in the estate and it's not just sitting dormant. So it's a simple one-page form. You list what receipts have come in and what disbursements have gone out and what remaining assets you have on hand to that point, and that can generally allow the estate to move forward without being closed automatically. How long is the
We have that.
appointed May 11th of 2020? And there's an active litigation with the City of Granville and Circuit Court, is that,
yes.
okay?
Do we want to amend it to approve all on the list except for that one? Because I don't know.
I would, generally speaking, Renetta, we can approve it, removing that one, then we put a time stipulation that something has to be filed within
That's what the
30
clerk
days.
usually likes, yes.
Okay, so I would move that we, first off is we haven't closed the hearing yet, so
Right.
it's a little premature, but it's, do you have anything else to add to
I
your
mean,
objection?
there's more problems than what the city of Granville, what we're dealing with there.
Okay.
Okay,
It's still an active in estate,
All right.
So that's
and
what
you're
we're
still
gonna make.
working on it, so we'll take that into consideration when we make our motion in a minute.
okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else?
To speak on any other estate?
No. See
Okay.
anyone?
Would move to close the public hearing.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now we have a list before us.
Right, I would make a motion that we approve the administrative closure on all of the presented estates, with the exception of Shirley J. Buzzo, with the caveat that that estate would be up for closure if no filing is made within 30 days with the clerk.
Okay. Second that, again, so you have 30 days. So all the others will be approved, but he has 30 days to do the filing. Okay.
And-
Proper-
Point
yeah.
point of order.
Yes.
So typically, you give them until the next closure,
Okay,
to the next, because it's like a 90-day,
90
I think
days,
it's
yeah.
90-day window.
Okay, so it's
You
actually
guys do
90 days.
all right,
closures.
I'll amend.
Modify it to then,
The
okay.
next closure's in December.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Okay, I thought it
Thank
was
you
a little
very
closer.
much.
And
Right.
that's when we,
Yeah.
put them back on the list.
Okay,
I will amend my motion to approve the administrative closure of all the estates except for Shirley J. Buzzo, Mr. Buzzo has until the next administrative closure time period to file
Right.
your accounting. I would recommend that you do it within 30 days, just to make sure it doesn't fall in the wayside.
okay. I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. So they're all passed except for that one. Okay. Thank you. Introduction of new employees, personnel changes. Again, Youth Services Center.
She works for the clerk's office. She works in Vinyl's department, and she usually deals with all the estates.
oh, I'd never seen her before, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, that helps resolve that problem. Okay, we have a introduction of a new employee, personnel change, Youth Services Center.
This is just a transfer to full-time.
Okay.
Natalie Van Arsdale is going to be moving to full-time October 1st. Her new salary will be $33,280 per year.
Okay.
Move to approve the employee transfer as presented.
Second, properly moved in second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any other ones?
No, sir.
Okay. Comments from the public. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Hey, come on down.
Please.
Good morning. My name's Taryn Moser. I reside at 193 Paradise Circle. I'm back here. I want to thank you for the signs that you have put out near Ridgedale Elementary, but there is a growing concern and need. This road is very heavily traveled, dangerous. I hear these accidents at Glidesville and Hallett the last couple weeks, and out my bedroom window. It's not a good thing. I would like to see potentially a light during school hours, a flashing school zone within this area. I've committed to being on the traffic and safety for Ridgedale Elementary, doing crossing guards only on Goshen. We cannot go out onto 119, but 119 is the feeder of the problem, basically. Also, Goshen Road is not very a wide road, so turning in and off of that road is also an issue. And as we grow in this community, I'd like to look at it long-term also by potentially, you know, all of the traffic that's coming in is coming from Preston, Marion counties, Mon counties, Harrison. I mean, we could go through it. There's a lot of traffic on this road, and I just want to, from a long-term perspective, look at it, how we can keep our kids safe right now, and moving forward, what things can we do to help move traffic better and easily, not only from an emergency purposes, the road closes down when there's an accident. And I've sat many of hours, so I get to think about this a lot. There are 2 right-of-ways on that road for power lines, which would allow for a potential another lane, turning lanes, sidewalks, bus stops, these kind of things. We do live in a heavily obese, diabetic state, so these are not only ways of getting our public out, walking, socializing, but also forming a community, and I think everybody would like to see that. So if moving forward we could potentially work with the DOH or do anything of that nature, I would love to be part of that.
We generally don't respond
Yeah,
to
I'll
public
move-
comment, but if
That's
you,
fine.
if you just hang on until the end, I imagine we would address your
Yes, because it's not a
something
long
in our
meeting.
comments at the end of the
Okay,
meeting.
no, that's
Okay.
perfectly fine. Yeah,
Thank you very much.
But
You're
thank you for
welcome.
coming.
Is there anyone else who'd like to speak from the public? Seeing none, comments are closed. Grants.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I have a request for reimbursement for the Community Development Block Grant in the amount of $1,854.72.
Move
Thank
to
you.
approve the grant as presented.
Second,
President
Papa
signing
moves-
the grant documents as
Yes.
presented.
Papa moved in second for me to sign it. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Correspondence, invitation to the annual Fall Awards Banquet for the Monongalia Conservation District on October 19th, 2023.
Monongahela.
Monongahela, phew. Wow. Yeah.
October 19th at 6 PM. It's at Core Community Center, and they are asking for an RSVP by October 9th. So if anyone wants to attend, let me know, and I will RSVP for you.
Okay, thank you.
Or Colleen, either one of us.
Are there any other correspondence?
Yeah, actually, I got a letter, or the commission got a letter from the governor regarding
Giving us money?
county fire protection funding. The interim session by the legislature, bill was passed and signed by the governor, providing $3 million to an all county fire protection fund. These funds are being distributed in relative proportion to each county's population as percentage of the entire state's population. This percentage is then used to allocate the county's portion of the $3 million fund. Pleased to announce the first allocation of these funds. Your county should be receiving $180,607.79 as part of the All County Fire Protection Fund distribution. Legislation requires my office to distribute these funds directly to county commissions. County commissions are further required to distribute these funds to fire departments in those counties for the exclusive benefit of fire protection or emergency services in the county. A second allocation of funds will be distributed in the near future to counties which have in place a countywide excess levy or a countywide fee dedicated to fire or emergency services. So you'll get a distribution of $180,607.79, and then additional funds will be coming later on.
Great.
Okay.
This is what Delegate Statler had prepped us on
Correct.
Yes.
a couple of weeks ago.
Correct.
Okay. Is there any other correspondence?
I don't have any.
No,
Okay,
none
neither
for me.
do I. No unfinished business. Go to new business. Consider approval requisition number 19 for Series 2021B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Project Fund.
Okay, requisition is for $30,000, and those funds are paid to Adrian Enterprises for project management.
Move to approve requisition number 19 for Series 2021B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Project Fund.
I second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, consider for approval an appointment to the Clay Battelle Public Service District.
We received 2 applications. One was for David Cottrell, the other is for Sheila Simpson.
David Cottrell's
Yeah.
here. 1 second.
Yeah, Dave was the one.
Let me see. I just have a note on this. I just getting to that proper screen, sorry. All right, we'll move to approve Dave Cottrell to the appointment to the Clay-Mattel Public Service District.
Second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Consider approval of financial advisory agreement between Mon County Commission and Cruz and Associates in relation to a potential tax-exempt special district excise tax revenue bond issuance of the University Town Center Economic Opportunity Development Center.
This is for the sales tax.
Yes.
The stiff bond.
Yes, a proposed issuance has come before the commission to review, or not to review, but to at least explore. You all have engaged Cruz and Associates before to do an analysis and to work with Municap and Key Bank on a proposed issuance. So this is the due diligence part that the commission, Cruz is acting as a municipal advisor for the commission. So this is the engagement letter for that.
Move to approve the president signing an engagement letter with Cruz and Associates to pursue the stiff bond evaluation.
Second, properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve a lease agreement for a property purchased by the county commission through the Hazard Mitigation Grant Program on March 11th, 1999, described as Cass District Map 1 Parcel 0012 to the adjoining property owner Andrew Gillis.
This is an ongoing lease.
Right.
Mr. Gillis has had this property for many years. It's the a property adjoining his. This is a FEMA property that the commission received money years ago to demolish an existing structure from damage from a flood. I'm going to look into seeing if we can start doing these leases on a multi-year basis instead
Okay.
of an annual basis.
That would make sense, yeah.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It may be a FEMA requirement, but I am going to be looking into
Okay.
that.
Move to approve renewing the lease agreement and authorizing the president to sign said agreement on behalf of the county.
Second, properly moved in second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, passes. Consideration to approve the fiscal year 2024 budgets for my funds for Chestnut Ridge Park, Camp Muffley, Mason-Dixon Historical Park, Mon County Center, and Parks and Rec levy. And it's just,
Pretty self-explanatory.
Yes.
Would move to approve the budgets for the Chestnut Ridge Park, Camp Muffley, Mason-Dixon Historical Park, Mon County Center, and Parks and Rec levy.
second, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Do we have any other
That is
business? Okay. Seeing none, reports from elected officials and department supervisors. Seeing none, reports from county commissioners. Jeff?
Just a couple things to address your
Yeah.
concerns on Grafton Road that's been brought to us many times before. You've been here as well. We appreciate you coming in. Of course, you know, as a county commission, we have no control over roads or no jurisdiction thereof. Now, we do have an open line of communication with DOH. I know Tom's kind of our contact person with that, and I know he's contacted them before, at least about the Ridgedale School intersection. One thing I would recommend you do is our MMPO is the planning organization for roads in the county, and we prioritize, the three of us sit on the board, and we prioritize road projects. That would be something to have a discussion with Bill Austin, the director of our MMPO, and see if there's anything in the works or see if there's anything that he can do to kind of spur on any long-term projects in that area. He would know what's coming or what's on the books as it is already.
This is a learning process for
Yeah,
me, so I
absolutely.
appreciate your input.
And after the meeting, I'd be glad to walk you down to the office where you would talk to him if he's in today, and you can.
If I could piggyback off that.
Sure.
What I'd like to suggest is for you and your group to send to Renetta or myself a short-term goals of what you might like and a long-term goals. Then, and the reason why is we were supposed to have a DOH meeting. It's supposed to happen in the near future. I will make sure I submit that to them on your behalf. So that way, rather than verbally talking, I have a written proposal. So that would be, I would agree, doing the MMPO, what he says, and also, so that way at least it's submitted and I can keep you informed of what's going on.
Oh, that would be great, thank you.
Okay.
And the only thing is, I'd like to give a big word of thanks to our local law enforcement and EMS and the fire crews that were on hand for the pit game last week. And that was as you all know, it's always a logistical nightmare when those things come in. And I didn't hear about any horrendous
No.
backups or problems. They handled it professionally and well as they normally do. And that was an especially busy Saturday. So we appreciate all their professionalism and hard work to keep us going. Now, if we could just get them to help us cut the grass, but it's not their job.
That's- Which brings up a whole nother, yeah.
Mr. Bloom.
At first, we had a Hope Hill Sober Centering meeting, and very surprised, after especially reading Ben's article of over 200 some 911 calls, that we only had one referral, and one was there. And there were so many others, so we're not sure why they aren't being sent over to the Sober Center, but we did have only one over the weekend, which I guess is good news, but also surprising news. Second, I know, Jeff, you brought it up. I've never received so many angry phone calls in the last week about how the roads look coming into Monongalia County and the city of Morgantown, and the lack of what they thought were county roads, and that we had not cared about our roads. And it was really difficult to listen to, because we're as frustrated as they are. And hopefully we will, we were supposed to have a meeting last Thursday. They canceled it. I do hope that they will reset up a meeting as soon as possible so we can have some of these issues that are very important to our area. Now, I will say that I did notice a prison crew that was out picking up the garbage. And I want to thank them that the pile of stuff that was on the Westover Bridge that I kept complaining about after the first cone, second cone, third cone, and fourth cone, they did pick it up. And my question is, and I will say it publicly, I don't understand, if you're putting a cone down there, why can't you just pick it up? I mean, it's just very frustrating to me that we have to continually do this. But I will leave not only on two great notes. I want to congratulate the football team and the community here. I haven't seen that kind of a crowd since the LSU game. It was very exciting. Everyone stayed till the end of the game, and everyone really behaved themselves. So I really want to thank them. And the other thing is, I do want to say that on Friday, I went down, and besides having a rescue collie that's 10 years old, I don't.
10 weeks old.
Well, no, I have a 10-year-old.
Oh.
But I did pick up a puppy of 8 weeks, collie, and I now know why older people don't have puppies and babies. I am just amazed. I forgot. I have rescued dogs for 27 years and have been working with them, but I haven't had a puppy, and wow. I have a lot more respect for grandparents now who have to take care of kids, because it's so unbelievable. But I'm very excited. Lucy's the name of the puppy, and soon I'll be able to bring her out when she has all her shots. So with that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Just one last thing. I'd like to wish early happy birthday to
Oh, yeah.
Colleen,
That's right.
our office manager.
It's 50? No.
Ripe old age of 26, and
Tomorrow. Yeah.
so happy birthday.
Okay. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. We be gone.